Hey guys, back with another storytime video. This time I'm going to be doing an Aftershock recap video. This one's not as exciting as Rock on the Range was. I knew right after that weekend that there probably wasn't going to be another festival for a long time that would add up to the experience of Rock on the Range because I was backstage the whole time and met some of the coolest people in the frickin' radio industry. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out because it's pretty cool. But this was my first time going to California, so that was a pretty big deal. I've been an East Coaster my whole life. I applied to Aftershock back in like May or April, whatever, when the lineup was released. I knew then that I had to go. Once I graduated college, I wasn't going to hold back and I was going to go to every festival that I could around the United States just because they are where I feel the most myself. It's where I feel home, honestly. The Danny Wimmer music festivals to me are home. So I always recommend, if you can make it to one, go. My friend Lauren, which is funny, Lauren and Lauren, she actually came with me to Aftershock. She is actually my friend that came with me to Welcome to Rockville 2017, which was the very first time I was covering a Danny Wimmer festival as press. So she saw me when I met Taylor Momsen, and we saw Soundgarden together that was my very last time. So her friendship kind of holds even more of a sentimental value. Also because she's the one who woke me up in the middle of the night to tell me that Chris Cornell died. Since we were flying so far and for such a short period of time, because she is still in school and I didn't want to take off too much time from work, we were only going from Friday to Monday. But since we were going all the way to California, and I've heard from several band friends of mine that Sacramento kind of sucks, I wanted to at least see something else of California that's worth seeing. And San Francisco, turns out, is only about an hour and a half away from Sacramento. So we flew round trip in and out of San Francisco. So Friday when we got there, we spent the day in San Francisco, spent as much time as we could doing stuff there. Went to the Golden Gate Bridge, Fisherman's Wharf, Twin Peaks. We did like Lombard Street. We did like the most touristy things that you possibly can in San Francisco, but in such a rushed period of time. We drove up of Haight Street, didn't actually get to walk up it, but we were running out of time. And I couldn't like comprehend the fact that I was in California finally. It's taken me 22 years to get there, and everybody I know and who knows me and knows the stuff that I'm into thinks that I kind of like should have gone there a long time ago and probably should have moved there and probably will move there, because that's kind of, LA is where the music scene is the most active. Sacramento was fine. We actually went out the night before the festival started, which was the Friday night in Sacramento, really late, so we didn't really get to do a whole lot, but I mean, it's a city, it's a normal city, nothing too, crazy about it from what I've seen. I think my only complaint about Aftershock that weekend before even getting there was that it was only 2 days, because now I'm used to the 3-day festivals. The Rock on the Range has always been 3, and this year they actually bumped Rockville up to 3 and Louder Than Life up to 3, but Louder Than Life got canceled. Saturday we only caught like 3 or 4 sets, honestly, because by the time we got there, by the time that I got my press pass and everything, because I wasn't there to pick it up the day before, it was into the afternoon already. And I didn't have any interviews for Saturday, so I pretty much steered clear of the media area for the most part. But I was shooting a couple of sets that day. So got to see Shinedown again. I saw Shinedown with Godsmack and Red Sun Rising back in August with my dad, and blown away. Like, I have never seen Shinedown before. I never really even got into them. I remember hearing the song Second Chance when I was in 5th grade for the first time, and a couple of their other songs, knowing that they did a really good version of Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. Not my problem with Shinedown, but I have another video called My Problem with Modern Rock. Shinedown falls into this category. Their latest album, Attention, uses a shit ton of production, which I'm not really a fan of. I like the raw sound. I'm not a huge fan of the machinery and everything and all the fabricated sound effects that go into their songs. They used to have a lot more of a raw sound, but as the years go by and technology becomes more available, yeah, of course they're going to take advantage of it. And some people love it. I think that the songs are okay, but I personally prefer seeing Shinedown live than listening to their studio albums because they have such more raw of a sound live. Honestly, some of the best shots that I got over the weekend are of Brent Smith from Shinedown. The sun was setting kind of just at the right time and the lighting was really good. Then we saw Godsmack, and Godsmack was cool, but at the end of the day, the 2 times that I've seen Godsmack and Shinedown, Shinedown's performance just has a lot more energy packed into it. And I like Godsmack a lot. I really like their studio albums too, and their performances are really good. But there's just something about the energy that Shinedown has live that kind of just makes Godsmack look tired after. Like, they should flip it and they should have Godsmack go first, because Shinedown is really where the energy is punched in. Then we saw Deftones that night. I've never seen Deftones. Really don't know anything about them. I know a couple of their songs, and I mean, they were good. There was like a point throughout the set where I was kind of like, is this the same song? Is this a different song? Because a lot of them kind of sound similar, at least in the part of their set that I saw. We left a little bit before it ended because we wanted to try to beat the crowd. Okay, day 2, Sunday, was the better day. We went to the festival a lot earlier. I think we got there by 12:45, 1 o'clock. What happened was I was supposed to have an interview with Dorothy. This was confirmed the week before. I interviewed her back in March and it was incredible. It was like 25-minute phone conversation back in Nashville when I was with her after her show. She was like, we really need to get something on video. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I was really pushing for it. There was some lapses in communication as the days went on, and come Saturday, I just sent Dorothy a DM and I was like, yo, are we doing this? She sent me the contact information for her other manager. They pretty much had radio press back to back after their set, which is awesome for them because obviously radio airs, so that's a lot more exposure for them than a website online. I was honored that they ended up squeezing me in. And then I went and shot Seether, and I actually ended up seeing Frank from Slash's band and Todd. I was actually able to interview them, which I found out after the fact because the email didn't come through while I was there because the service was so bad at Discovery Park. So that was a lost opportunity, but I did get to talk to them really briefly. Well, Frank, he remembered me from the show with my dad. Ended up getting to have the interview with Dorothy right before I went and shot Slash. The interview went well. It was a couple minutes. It was nice and short and condensed, and there was a couple laughs. Talked about their Greta Van Fleet tours, some upcoming plans that they have, and new music that they've written, which is very exciting because I am a huge avid supporter of Dorothy and really think you guys all should be too. She is incredible. Yeah, then I went and got to shoot Slash, and after being in the same room as him a couple of days before and then seeing him walk out on stage, I got some really good shots of him. Check out Alternative Nation's Instagram for the shots of him and from the rest of the weekend. I got Seether, Godsmack, Shinedown, Dorothy, and Slash. I just wanted to stay for the rest of their set. I was gonna go and shoot Incubus, but their photo policy was songs 4, 5, and 6, and normally it's songs 1, 2, and 3. I didn't really time it out that well. I wanted to see Slash do Anastasia because I don't care how many times I've seen him do it. It's like a religious experience hearing Anastasia live. So we went and caught Incubus's set after. And we left a few minutes early because Alice in Chains was playing. I saw them at Rock on the Range. The sound was off. And so this was my second time seeing Alice in Chains, but the first time hearing it properly and what it's supposed to sound like. I just love them. I love Alice in Chains, one of my favorite bands. After Alice in Chains, we went and saw System of a Down. Also don't know much about them. I've listened to a bunch of their songs before, but I'm not like a crazy fan of System of a Down. But this performance was wild. Like, I have never experienced something like that. I was cracking up the entire time because Serge will just be singing and then the bassist will come in and just do one of those like wicked screams, and it's so funny. Yeah, that was my experience at Aftershock Festival. Go look at Alternative Nation Official. That is our Instagram account. And it is when I go to events and shoot them, that's where I post most of the pictures. Some of them sometimes you'll find on my Instagram. I have a little highlight section for each music festival that I've gone to that has like my Insta story posts on them. So, and as always, thanks for watching. You the real ones. My channel actually just hit over 1 million views, which is fucking insane. So yeah, keep sending Q&A questions. Have a happy Halloween. Let me know what you guys are being. I love Halloween. It's one of my favorite fucking holidays ever. So yeah, bye.